Introducing Cell One's new share plans. Perfect for friends and family. For $89, 2 people share minutes, text messages, and get data. Best of all, you get unlimited in-network calling on Bermuda's largest wireless network, which means most of your calls will be free. Cell One, the power of more.
Hello and welcome to NewsBite, the BDASun's weekly news wrap-up for Friday, March 9th, brought to you in association with Cell One. I'm Michaela Pearman. Our top stories. Imagine being forced onto your hands and knees at gunpoint as hooded thugs go through your possessions. That's the horror American visitor Kendall Crolius and her 2 children experienced on Monday. In an exclusive interview, Mrs. Crolius told us it was the worst moment of her life when the robbers threatened her children. They got away with money, a laptop, and phones. Acting Superintendent Nick Pedro says there have been 3 armed robberies in the last week, and police are stepping up patrols. Murder victim Shakai Crockwell's father, Danny, hopes killer Derek Spalding rots in jail. He spoke after Spalding was sentenced to life in prison. He said the sentence isn't long enough, but the Almighty will deal with Spalding. He will serve at least 38 years in prison before he's eligible for parole. Judge Carlisle Graves called Spalding a cold and calculating assassin. You'll have to make alternate plans if you're trying to fly back to school in Nova Scotia next fall. Air Canada will stop their Halifax direct flight on May 5th, and it won't resume until 2013. The flight is popular with Bermudian students studying in the Maritimes. The only flights from Bermuda to Canada will be the Toronto routes on Air Canada and WestJet. In politics, the PLP's own supporters say government needs to woo voters. According to PLP candidate Walton Brown, they're doing good work for the country, but too few people know about it. A poll published in the BDASun shows the OBA is slightly ahead, but nearly a quarter of voters are still undecided. OBA leader Craig Cannoner is happy with the results, but told us his party still has a lot of work to do. Rakai Dickinson touched a gun and now he's in prison. The 27-year-old father pleaded guilty this week to handling a firearm in June last year. Dickinson's DNA was found on the gun and the t-shirt it was wrapped in. He was sentenced to 10 years and has to serve at least 5 before he'll be eligible for parole. Are you stressed at work? The Employee Assistance Program says more people are seeking counseling because of layoffs during the recession. Bosses often expect their staff to do more work with fewer people. It's affecting the employees' spouses too. EAP Director Doris DaCosta says if companies don't prepare their employees properly for major staff changes, it can cause serious problems. In other news this week, 4 alleged gang members admitted to being part of a bar brawl at Docksiders. 2 were given probation, 1 was fined, and the other was given a conditional discharge. Shaft Pearman was fined $500 after he admitted choking and biting his brother-in-law during a property dispute. And a NASA high-altitude research plane spent last weekend in Bermuda. It flies to the island several times a year, often with a C-17 aircraft. And in sports, Reggie Lamb told us that playing for his new football team against David Beckham and the LA Galaxy was a great experience. Lamb debuted for Toronto FC in front of 45,000 fans on Wednesday night during the second half. He says his team needs to limit the amount of time Beckham gets the ball. The final score was 2-2. Kids rule this weekend as Peter Pan soars across the stage in BHS's production of the musical. My son and I love the performance, which the students obviously worked hard on. The show continues tonight and Saturday. And everything's disappearing during the 16th annual Comedy and Magic Show on Sunday at Ruth Seton James. Local and international magicians will wow you with juggling, balloon magic, and unbelievable illusions. We're expecting breezy weekend weather with sunny periods and cooler temperatures on Sunday. And don't forget, the clocks spring forward on Saturday night, so we'll lose an hour of sleep. That's all for this week. Catch me on Channel 82 over the weekend. For these stories and so much more, visit BermudaSun.bm. NewsBite was brought to you in association with Cell One. I'm Michaela Pearman. See you next Friday.
people. Introducing Cell One's new share plans. Perfect for friends and family. For $89, two people share minutes, text messages, and get data. Best of all, you get unlimited in-network calling on Bermuda's largest wireless network, which means most of your calls will be free. Cell One, the power of more.